YouTube, what is going on? So obviously we got the information that we are going to be getting 3 new banners coming out very soon for global. And while I don't necessarily agree with that, I do figure it was time to make a showcase video and to discuss the brand new Gojo coming out, this being Hollow Purple Gojo, and he is going to be a green unit. Now keep in mind, moving forward is that he will be put onto the standard banner as well. So he's going to be a standard character being able to be pulled on multiple different banners. So if you do not pull him now, do not worry, do not fret, because he will be added to the general pool later on. And we've gone over that, and that's the major point I really wanted to discuss. Let's go over his kit. His first skill is going to be, can handle it, right? At level 5, as all my skills are going to be level 5, moving forward, all the showcases skills will be at level 5. He's going to be dealing melee taijutsu damage to a single enemy, while also for 2 turns decreasing the selected enemy's taijutsu damage and jujutsu damage that they output. So he's going to be debuffing the enemy upon his attacking as well. Moving over to his second skill, Composure of the Strong. He is going to be increasing the selected enemy's damage received by 26.5% at skill level 5. Then, he is also going to be increasing the selected enemy's damage by 10% for 1 turn. So he is actually going to be allowing the enemy to output more damage. However, he is going to be increasing his own damage by 61.6% for 2 turns. So a little bit of a dichotomy here, being able to increase his own damage, being able to have the enemy receive more damage. However, the enemy is going to be outputting more damage. But moving on to skill number 3, it doesn't necessarily matter. Skill number 3 is Let's Start With You. He's going to increase his own break damage by 100% for 1 turn. Then he's going to be dealing ranged jujutsu damage to 1 enemy for 4 hits. Very nice. And on top of that, he's going to decrease the selected enemy's damage by 12.5% for 1 turn. So this kind of counteracts the enemy's damage output that they do with not only increasing his own break damage and dealing 4 hits of massive amounts of damage, but also reducing the enemy's damage that they output as well. So skill 2 and 3 really complement one another. His ultimate is kind of crazy. It is the ultimate hollow technique purple. He's going to be dealing over 1000% of ranged jujutsu damage to all enemies. He's going to decrease all enemies' ultimate gauge counter by 2. However, upon using his ultimate, he immediately leaves the field. So this is a very much so a last resort ultimate to really output tremendous amounts of damage, however, at the cost of him leaving. Now, as you can see right over here, he does have the bye-bye, I'm leaving, the strategic retreat. However, it's going to be for 7 turns, and then he leaves the field. He also has the Limitless technique. He grants attack immunity to himself. So very much like the blue Gojo, however, Hollow Purple outputs a ton more damage. So let's go ahead and check out what he does with a very team that's built specifically for him with the characters I currently have. Alright, so this is the team I am going to be using. As you can see, Panda is here mainly just to absorb hits. That is his primary function. Yaga and Nanami are here very self-explanatory, boosting Gojo's overall damage output. The recollection bit that Yaga has will be boosting all allies' damage dealt by 35% since I have mine at limit break level 4. And then Nanami's is going to be increasing everyone's damage dealt by 10%. And then you also have their individual skills to be boosting damage as well. Gojo is running Adult Time as it will be boosting his own damage dealt by 70% for 1 turn. So this really pairs up in line with his ultimate being the absolute nuker that it is. We are obviously here, and it's going to take a couple turns for us to really get the maximum output that we are going to be looking for. So in the meantime, we are going to be buffing up Gojo. We're going to be using his first skill just to get some raw damage out, as well as being able to have the enemy receive more damage. So that is the primary goal, and we also want Panda to just absorb hits. That is going to be his primary function on this individual team. We are going to head and use his skill 3 to just cause the enemy to obviously take more damage, as you can see, stupid amounts of damage, and continue just doing what we are doing because it's Gojo, and so we need to make sure we get it really rocking and rolling here. Also, the fact that Gojo does boost his own curse energy increase by an astronomical amount. So we are over here and pretty close to his ultimate being used, which is very nice. Make sure everybody does their thing. So now we can use Gojo to his absolute maximum this next turn, and we are going to be using all of the recollection bits to really showcase all the potential that he is capable of. So we are going to be using that, doing this, popping this, and then we are going to be rocking the absolute crazy amounts of damage that we are going to be doing. So now we are going to be seeing Gojo doing a stupid amounts of damage to a single enemy. Let's see what it is, and we got 1.1 million. Obviously, this could be a lot higher with higher grade character as well as recollection bits, but this is currently the max that I can output for myself. Remember, everything is at skill level 5 as well as the other characters. So keep that in mind when discussing and when listening about me discuss the Hollow Purple Gojo. So his overall raw damage output could be even higher. Overall, he is a phenomenal unit, the best green attacker unit in the game. Keep in mind as well is that he will be added to standard banner as well. So do not feel any FOMO or rush that you have to get him with his banner currently out. Also, the fact that we are going to be getting a SSR selector ticket for the first anniversary, which will be about 20 USD. So you are going to be able to get Gojo with that ticket. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you all within the next video.